Hello and welcome. What you are about to hear is an excerpt from an oral history interview collected by the Octavia Phelan Public Library as part of its Our Stories, Our Community project. The full interview this excerpt is taken from is available on CD at the Octavia Phelan Public Library main branch.
I'm Marcos Chavez, age 35. Today's date is December 4th, 2014, and we're at the library.
My name is Abeita, age 53. Today's date is 12/4/2014, and we are in Gallup at the Children's Library.
Well, thank you for being here and willing to come in and tell us your story. We can just start with simply, where did you grow up?
I grew up in Zuni. Most of my childhood has been, born and raised in Zuni, actually, and spent a good part of my life in Zuni and moved on to attend a Catholic boarding school in Santa Fe. But to get into my childhood, I'm the eldest of 6 children. I have currently I have 2 brothers and 1 sister. We've lost a sister and a brother over the past 4 years, within the past 4 years. Yes, and I grew up in a nice family, grew up Catholic. Also in the traditional Zuni culture, the Zuni practices, I grew up that way. So living in both environments, I've been able to get this far in life. I went through most of my grade school in Catholic schools and all of high school. I was brought up in a good family environment, both learning from my extended family, both grandparents on both sides. I grew up being the eldest of 4 at the time. I was able to grow up in a good home. Later on in life, my parents had 2 other children, so it makes it kind of like we grew up in 2 different types of separate, I guess, 2 sets of siblings. Mm-hmm. One set that was closer, and then the 2 others that came later. Mm-hmm. I grew up in that type of setting. So other than that, that's it. I grew up mostly, I think, practicing my Catholic religion. When I moved away from Zuni, it seemed to me like I was more, there was a lot of distance between my traditional upbringing and as opposed to my Catholic, my Christian upbringing. So pretty much, I would probably say grew up in a good religious environment. Being traditional, we practiced a lot of traditional customs. A lot of it, growing up, learning why the Zunis exist, learning a lot of our traditional practices, such as fasting during religious, following the religious calendar,
Mm-hmm.
and trying to understand why we do what we do in our Zuni religion. And the reason that I probably sound a little bit not knowing so much about our religion is because a lot of the traditional customs are more open to the
Mm-hmm.
the male gender. In Zuni, a lot of the traditional customs are are kept from the women.
Mm.
The Octavia Film Public Library is committed to providing open and wide access to information. Please visit one of our branches in Gallup, New Mexico. The music used in this podcast was Enigmatic by Ben Sound, available at www.bensound.com. Thank you for listening to this oral history. This is John Fortunato for the Octavia Film Public Library.